Just wanted to throw this snippet in because holy cow, I'm about to make all my caps back. I'll probably splice this at the beginning of the next video. With that said, see ya. Go 3, 2, 1. Hello guys, Unoraptormon here. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, Old War Blues.
Do you like me?
Just a smidge. Alright, just in case. Let's do. And as you can see, I actually got everything on my weight limit. Let's do. I really don't know what to put on. Mentats are always a good thing with these idiots. Let's do this.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
This one looks pretty tough.
Behold the power out!
Yeehaw!
Behold the
One
power
down.
out!
Sorry.
I don't even know what my weapons do.
Hello, mysterious stranger. Where have you been?
Was that all?
Sorry. Let's see what we can scrounge out of these guys. Doesn't look like much. Oh, well. Fine. No, not 8. I think that's all of them. Let's see. Alrighty, well that was quick. I thought that would be a lot longer. I'll finish looting everything in a moment. Well done. That was easy. That was too easy. Okay, well, something's gotta happen next.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose.
Interesting.
Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths.
You know, I still got.
Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt.
Okay, at least it's
Whatever the
funny.
reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
Oh my gosh.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts.
I should have got
After
screwed
one of its more
before.
psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone.
Oh,
Well,
that's adorable.
except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city.
Which is where I'm
In
heading
time,
next.
the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost
Thank
200
goodness.
years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was. or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded.
Oh, brother.
So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
Oh, gosh.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
I'm glad I killed the think tank.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
Cool.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one.
I'm happy with
The
this.
sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
You've lost the brainless perk. Big brain perk? Oh, cool. Cannot be crippled. 10% more resistant to addiction. Now, surprisingly, your damage threshold is improved by... Oh, sweet. Capable transport of you and you alone. Hobby Wingslayer. Equip the transpondulator. As you would any weapon, pull the trigger and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or combat situations totally incapable of harming your enemies.
Hey! I got a super rare Mojave snow globe here. All you gotta do is reach down into my bread slot.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily concluded vis-à-vis your residence in this domicile? Very good, sir.
Ooh, freaking rock. Whew, excuse me. Actually, oh, yeah, I just saw that. A lot of my goggles. And I'm back to selling shit. Well then, that was an interesting end. So, yeah. Probably what I'm gonna do is... I think I may kind of start taking up residence here. And let this place be the place I actually, quote-unquote, settle into. Especially now that I know I can come back and forth between this place and others.
You took care of them brains pretty good, baby. Nice.
Oh, gosh.
It's the miracle. I can also...
Yeah.
You...
Okay.
Just...
Okay.
Hurry back.
Alright, so I don't have anything for him.
You're back, and the brains didn't lobotomize you. Well, not any worse, at least. Hooray!
Oh my gosh, you're precious now.
Come back anytime you want a drink. Or to get... clean.
Okay, so... I'm just gonna... I'm gonna talk to him in a minute. Unless he turns around like now. Oh, hey Muggy.
Please, please, please tell me you stomped Dr. O's brain into a fine paste. Did he squeal? Did he beg? God, I hope he begged. Who's the flatware bitch now? Oh!
0 and...
Yup, here you go. Sure.
I trust matters regarding your brain were resolved to your satisfaction.
Yep.
Concerned about the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want? Well, I'll be right here if you change your mind.
Talk to you.
Greetings, citizen. Ready to receive seditious materials.
You don't change. I see you're still alive.
With the brains dealt with, soon we can spread our rule across the Mojave. All will eat burned toast in despair.
That reminds me, I now want a bagel.
Like I said, you find one, you bring it all.
Yeah.
I understand you're to be congratulated on the recovery of your missing organs. Bravo. Unlike certain...
Only got 2 things to talk to. Why are you always the most difficult one?
So you beat the big brains at their own game, huh? Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again. Hitting that old and lonesome road. Catch you later, Gator.
Alright, and then... Golly, I don't want this to be such a short episode.
You outbrained the big brains? That is so... hot.
Bye.
Bye now.
Alrighty, so I think I'm... Like I said earlier, I'm gonna start using this place as kind of my... well... thing. You're staying here. wonder. But yeah, I'm gonna start using this place as my base, so to speak. Alrighty, and we're going back to the Mojave. So I'm gonna hop around a bit. Oh. So, let's see. Nipton. I don't think Nipton is where I wanted to go. I don't think Prim is either. Kill the Vangraffs. Yikes. Oh, I can go back and complete it. Cool. Alright, I want to... Oh, wait. Good Springs Source? Cemetery, Makeshift, Quarry, Salome. Where in the world is it? Novak, I think is what I'm looking for. Okay, it's more. Where is it? Okay, I think this is it. Yay. I gotta always use more hit points. Yep, this is the place I wanted. Alright, so I think... Alright, I'm gonna grab all my stuff from here. At least I should be able to. So actually, open that in a minute. Methinks I'm actually gonna make this a really short episode. Whew. Chill up one spine. It's never fun. Let's see. Pretty much taking everything that I can before I attempt to... Oh! Pop out. With that said, I think this is just gonna be a super short episode, and then next time, yeah. Oof. I'm not feeling too great. Next time, I'll be heading toward the Sierra Madre. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Unoraptormon signing out. Really short episode. Bye. Ciao.